ko na so mu je yanzu. Duk abubuwa da ko na so mu yi. Za mu je har gidan masifa in ko na abin da an aika mu yanzu. Za mu je kai ku zo mu karɓi su mu je a hanyar nan. Za mu yi abin da za mu je, kar mu je da nothing, zo mu je da something, zo mu je da koko. Abin da za mu je, kar mu je da nothing, zo mu je da something, zo mu je da koko. Abin da za mu je, kar mu je da nothing, zo mu je da something, zo mu je da koko. Da za mu je, da za mu je. Za mu je duk wurin da ko na so mu je yanzu. Na ce za mu yi duk abubuwa da ko na so mu yi yanzu. Za mu je kai zo mu karɗi so mu je a hanyar nan. Za mu yi abin da za mu je, kar mu je da nothing, zo mu je da something, zo mu je da koko. Abin da za mu je, kar mu je da nothing, zo mu je da something, zo mu je da koko. Abin da za mu je, kar mu je da nothing, zo mu je da something, zo mu je da koko. Me za mu je, me za mu je. Everything is right now, I'll do it as you will, and do whatever you say. I'll do it as you please, but I'm just saying things now that you love to hear, so everything goes right. Abin da za mu je, kar mu je da nothing, sai mu je da something, zo mu je da koko. Abin da za mu je, kar mu je da nothing, zo mu je da something, zo mu je da koko. Abin da za mu je, kar mu je da nothing, zo nothing, say mu je da something, say mu je da koko. Abin da za mu je, kar mu je da nothing, say mu je da something, zo mu je da koko. Abin da za mu je, kar mu je da nothing, say mu je da kai ku zo mu je da koko. Me za mu je, me za mu je.
Jama'a wannan shine muna kiran da sauti.
In zan tuna, lura da Zainab shine manufana a rayuwa.
Menene zaki bada?
Mu kuma za mu koya miki yadda ya kamata har ki ce da mu kin gode.
Na yanke shawarin zan aurar da wannan matan.
Ba za ki bi umarni na ba, daga min ita daga nan.
Idan ta mutu ma, haka Allah ya so. Ki shirya kamar mace ta gari, ina zuwa anjima da dare.
Hakan ya tabbatar da cewa aikin mu mata ba kuka kawai da kula da gida idan mazan ba su.
Ya matarka?
Ta fita nema kamar kullum.
Muna iya bin hanya mu zama shahidai.
Za mu je duk wurin da kuna so mu je yanzu. Za mu yi duk abubuwa da kuna so mu yi yanzu.
Koma yadda muke da.
Ba za mu iya ba, babu ma wanda zai iya.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Stella Damasus.
Hello, hey, it's so good to be here. I am excited. I feel like I just walked out on stage with my nice red carpet dress, my microphone, and there are thousands of people sitting in front of me, but this will do for now, okay? Welcome to this global event. I am so excited to be here. We are here because of this amazing movie, Milkmaid. I am so honored. Now, this movie was made by Nigerians in Nigeria, and the whole world is talking about it. I am proud to be Nigerian today, trust me. This film won 5 awards out of 8 nominations at the Amas, selected at the African Film Festival, and now it's been selected as a submission, which is 1 out of over 90 movies that were submitted. Is that not amazing? I'm glad to be here. And I just want to remind you that we are watching live. This is not pre-recorded, it is live. So if you're watching and your friends and your family, they're not on yet, you better tell them. Go to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. On YouTube, The Milkmaid Movie, Facebook, The Milkmaid Movie, and on Twitter, Milkmaid Movie. Don't forget, share it, let everyone know. I also want to say special thank you to the Oscar voters who made this possible, they are the reason why we're talking about this today, and I'm so thankful for that. Special thanks to KWN Studios for making this possible and for inviting me to share in this amazing platform. I'm so happy. I'm welcoming you all. I just want you to sit back, relax, enjoy yourselves. We are about to take you on a mind-blowing ride. So first, we will roll an amazing clip for you. So please roll the clip.
In zan tuna, lura da Zainab shine manufana a rayuwa.
Koya miki yanda ya kamata har ki ci
Ba ki da umarni na ba. Daga mi ita daga nan.
Zamu je duk wurin da so mu je.
Ba za mu iya ba. Babu ma wanda zai iya.
In zan tuna, lura da Zainab shine manufana.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, welcome. This is our global live event. We are honoring Milkmaid Movie. We are celebrating it, celebrating the people behind it, and celebrating ourselves as a people. Our voices are heard finally. So I am going to be joined by the 2 men who made this possible, the 2 men who made this movie. The first is the executive producer, Dr. Sean Showemimo. I hope I got that right. And then the writer, producer, and director, Desmond Oviagile. Welcome to you both. Okay, I'm trying to hear Dr. Sean. Can we hear Dr. Sean?
Stella.
And
I can hear you.
good. Yes, we can hear you now. Welcome. Is the director available? Is he around? Or I could just go ahead with you? Okay. Whilst they're trying to sort that out, let me talk to you, Dr. Sean. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Good. Okay. So, Dr. Sean, you are a doctor. Okay. You are a surgeon, right? Am I right?
Correct.
So how did you get into this? How did you executively produce this? Why this? Why did you choose this movie of all the movies?
Well, a lot of people have asked me that question, Stella, and they keep asking me too. Your doctor is like, I'm beginning to think myself that, am I sure I'm a doctor? But in any case, I am a doctor and a surgeon. I do weight loss surgery. I do laparoscopic, minimally invasive surgery, and somehow I find myself in the creative space. I've always been a creative person anyway. I've always loved art. I've always loved movies, and I especially love movies that have a very important central message, a movie that you can learn something from. So that's why when my very good friend, childhood friend, I guess we'll get into that a little bit more at some point, my childhood friend Desmond Obiagele brought to my attention that he had a script about a movie that he was wanting to bring to life. And I read the script and I'm like, oh my God, this is wonderful. This is a level above what I see coming out of Nigeria and Nollywood, the story. But little secret there, I know that, he does have a pedigree in terms of writing, being the son of a famous novelist from Nigeria. So this was the thing that blew my mind. And then on top of that, to be talking about the topical issue in Nigeria, about insurgency, not from the perspective that we always hear, the caricature of the statistics, but from the perspective of the humanity of the victims, how it affects their lives, their loves, the outlook of these people, and, how it affects their own relatives, their own families, bringing this story to life from this different perspective and not just this, bland statistics, I thought was an important thing to latch onto. And that's how come I'm involved in the Milkmaid movie project.
One movie, and then secondly, the kind of surgery that you do, to make women look very nice. We'll talk about that outside of the camera. Thank you. Okay, so I have been informed that we have one of the actors, like the lead actor, who I saw him and I'm like, wow, who is this? His name is Gambo Usman Kona. Is he here? I can't wait to see him. Is he here? Hello, Gambo. Oh, I can't hear him. Director, I can't hear him. Ooh, I can see him, but I can't hear him. I think he might be having network issues.
Or his mic?
Maybe his mic. So I'm just gonna continue with you, Dr. Sean, until I hear his voice.
Okay.
Okay. So before I get to talk to the director and the other cast members, maybe you could shed light on what inspired this particular storyline. What do you think was going on? I'm sure you and Mr. Desmond actually talked about it, and there must be a reason why you said this is the one we have to do.
Yeah. So as I said, this particular topic of insurgency, is one of the biggest topics we have going on in Nigeria. And I know that, internationally, it resonates with people. Since we had Book Girls in 2014, Michelle Obama holding up the sign, you could tell that globally this is an issue that resonates with people. So it's not something we can sweep under the rug. Even though people have spoken to in the South, some of them think it's a northern problem and things like that.
Yes.
It is not so. This is a global problem that we all need to address. So being able to take that on one hand as a central theme, and then being able to weave other things into the story, being able to weave the fact that we have this beautiful Hausa Fulani culture, and you're balancing that with the fact that this ugly situation with the insurgency is happening, made it interesting for me. And then it gave us a chance to highlight the beautiful terrain that we have in Nigeria. The Mambila Plateau is fabulous. You know, when Desmond went there, he reported to me, he said he had never seen anywhere as beautiful as that. It actually reminded me of Table Mountain in South Africa, in Cape Town, where your feet are on the, but it looks, your feet are on the ground, but it looks like your head is in the clouds. You know, such beauty in Nigeria, and we have not explored this. We have not really shown it to the world. I thought this film was a beautiful opportunity to display this. So these are the reasons coming together, you know, that I thought, oh, this was a project that I needed to be involved in.
Thank you so much. You answered that question because I was going to ask why you chose that place, but now I understand because I've never been to Taraba before. I've never been to that place before.
Good evening.
Hey, Gambo is back. Yes, how are you?
It's nice to be with you all, ma'am.
Thank you. I'm a huge fan. Oh my goodness, it is so good to have you on. Gambo, can you hear me?
Sorry, the sound.
Yeah, I mean, we're operating from different parts of the world. There's America, there's Nigeria.
Yeah.
You can hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you clear.
All right, good. So, first of all, I'm a fan. I think you're an amazing actor and you did a fantastic job. I must say that first.
Thank you so very much.
Yes.
I'm honored. I'm really honored.
Let me ask you, how did you get this role? And did you know when you were doing the audition or when you were called, did you know that you were going to play this lead role that you played?
Honestly, I do not expect this role. I just hope that I will get a good role in the production. But I'm very surprised and thankful to God, me being the lead role of this movie, of these standards. Just can't stop thanking God up to now.
Wow. Look, as I'm looking at you now, I'm like, this guy is so cool and he's so calm. But when I saw part of the film, I was scared of you. I'm not going to lie. I was really scared. I'm like, if I see this guy, I'm going to run. That just shows me that you're a brilliant actor. Now, what was the atmosphere like with the cast, with the crew, with all the long distance traveling and everything? How did you manage all of that and still pull off your role the way you did?
Honestly, I was blessed to have a good director. This director is the best I've ever seen since I've started watching movies and I've started seeing directing. Mr. Desmond Ovekele is a person that can bring out the very best in you, no matter how you are. He's so patient, reserved. He go into details, he explain everything to you. You just have to understand. He's not harsh. He is so good that you just have to give out the real you. And I think he's a psychologist because the moment you see you, you know exactly what you can do.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. I'm so glad to hear that. And how was your relationship with the other cast members? Was it easy to blend with them? Because you guys were just fantastic. I was wondering, is this like, are they shooting a documentary or this is a film? Because it felt too real and authentic. How was the atmosphere like, the relationship with the cast?
All cast are professional, friendly, and they are good at their job. And the crew, superb. Honestly, everything is okay. It's not easy. Everybody suffered in this production. There are so many ups and downs, but at the end of it, we have this glory. Everybody tried.
You made magic.
Everybody did it.
Yes. You made magic. Dr. Sean, I'm going to ask you one more question and then we'll move on to the next video. Did you make this film with the thought of, I'm going to put this film in the Oscars before you started making it? Because the kind of quality in this movie, it was just, I knew it wasn't coincidental. It was too wonderful. It was too amazing to just be an ordinary film. Did you know that you were going to put it in the Oscars before filming?
Well, you know, to do anything really well, you have to be intentional. So the intentionality that we came, even if that's a word, intentionality, the intentionality that we came into this project with was that we wanted to make a movie the quality of which could play in any cinema around the world. We wanted that high standard, and where best to go for that kind of standard than look at what has been done that has won an Oscar. So those were the kind of things that we were looking at. And in looking at that, it helped us to choose what sort of camera system we would use, the level of the kind of sound that we were going to use. You know, I know they have it like the technicality has something like 5.1 stereo kind of thing going for it. We looked at all those aspects, you know, to pitch the quality of the movie. And some of these things we actually had to bring in from abroad, like the camera system and the people that technically could also handle those kind of systems. We brought them in from abroad. So we just looked at that kind of level, and we're gratified that with that, we're able to submit it for it to be eligible to be considered, you know, for an Oscar. We're just praying that, you know, with Nigeria supporting us, with us being able to put in a good campaign, that will go far in this Oscar journey.
Oh, definitely. We don't have a choice. We have to support. It's our own. We have to make sure that this will be history in the making if this movie goes on to win Best International Film. And I want to be a part of that. So, of course, we will definitely support. But look at you, Mr. Surgeon. You even know more about film technology and everything than most filmmakers right now. Isn't that a good thing? Okay, so we have
you never know. If this really works out, I might change.
You see, you might change your profession. So there was a fundraising event in Lagos. Before we talk about that, I would like us to look at some of the clips of the highlights of what happened during the fundraising event in Lagos. So let's roll the clip.
Welcome to the Milkmaid. Tonight is going to be an exceptional night. This is Nigeria's first Oscar submission, and we're hoping it will be a fantastic success.
The Milkmaid has been submitted for the Academy Awards, so I'm excited to hear that. And as a supporter of the arts, I thought it would be great to brave all the issues and challenges and be here in person to watch it. And I found out I know Desmond, the director, from his years when he used to be a banker. Now he's turned movie producer, so it'll be quite exciting to see how the movie is.
I've seen certain clips of the movie, and from what I can see, the cinematography seems to be quite fascinating. So I'm expecting to see, you know, the beauty of the Nigerian landscape, Taraba State in particular, where the film was shot. So I'm expecting to be dazzled.
Nollywood has come such a long way, and I expect that I'm going to see beautiful storytelling, an interesting film that tells a beautiful story and that leaves me feeling something.
I heard about the movie from the makers of the movie and I've seen it. So there's no expectation. Yeah, I've already seen the movie, and it's a great movie. It's amazing. It's the kind of movie that doesn't just entertain you but educates you and enlightens you, and also exposes your mind to a lot of things, you know, beyond what your eyes can see.
I am extremely proud of the efforts that my brother has put into, and his team have put into, making this a reality. It's a very, I think those who watch the movie today will be pleasantly surprised at the skill, the artistry on display, the the sheer genius as far as I'm concerned. But you might say I'm biased, so let me stop there. But I just think, all those who are watching for the first time should come prepared to be surprised, because like I said, I'm not a stranger to this effort. So I've had the privilege of seeing it before now.
I got to know about this premiere exhibition of this film, Milkmaid, from my Honorable Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed. So I just felt I should be here and see what the film is all about.
I want to see the cinematography, I want to see the story, I want to see how this brilliant film was made tonight. So that's my expectation. I want to be blown away. I know I will be.
This film won Best Film at the African Movie Academy Awards 2020. So it's we're looking forward to it doing good things at the Oscars. So I'm hoping that it can get some of the funding support it needs for the lobbying that is required.
As a Nigerian, I couldn't help but feel very saddened about what was going on in the Northeast. And I felt as a filmmaker, I had a responsibility to at least make a contribution in terms of what I felt was happening over there. All you read about are the statistics of how many people died in the papers. You don't know their names, you don't know where they came from, what they aspired to as human beings. We, in a very little way, try to use the film to at least put some flesh, put some faces, and some emotions behind who these people are.
The movie you're about to see has already been picked, and for the Academy. And this is amazing. It's not just something we should just look as a regular, achievement. What you're about to see might win the Oscars. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you The Milkmaid.
It's absolutely beautiful. It's very well produced. The scenes, the characters, the dialogue is really world class. And I'm really excited about this movie and really hope the best for it at the Oscars.
The picture quality was great. The performances were surreal.
The Milkmaid was I think the first thing that caught me was that it was gripping.
I'm very excited about the film because it's not the kind of film that you regularly see from Nollywood, so it's different and it captures the emotions that we really need to see. It captures the story that we really need to be talking about, and that's the story of insurgency. We see a lot of these statistics, we see the numbers, these people have died, but we really don't know their story. We're not intimate to their story, and it's impressive that the director, who is also the writer, I believe, decided to pick a story like this and work on. And I wish it all the best at the Oscars.
Kudos to Mr. Desmond Obiageli, the writer and the director of this film, for telling such a beautiful story, beautifully casted, beautifully directed, beautifully shot. I'm very, very proud of this, and I hope that it continues to do well and keep the flag of Nollywood flying high.
Welcome back. Welcome. I am so excited. Our director, writer, producer has joined us. Welcome, Mr. Desmond Obiageli.
Thanks very much, Stella. I'm sorry, the volume is a bit low on this end, so I'll just have to manage the audio for now.
Okay, we can hear you perfectly, but as long as you can at least try to hear us, we're good. Welcome. Before we talk about the fundraising, which is very important for us, I would like to ask you a question, Director. Why did you decide personally that you would invest so much time to do research on this? What did you want the world to know about the insurgency? Because the angle that you took the story from, this is a first of its kind. So why did you decide to humanize what the insurgency was about?
Well, I think it was just really an attempt to be as authentic to the situation, as authentic to the characters in that setting as possible. I wanted to detach myself from, the public narrative and really just try to delve into exactly the truth of who these people are, whether it's the perpetrators or the victims, and just try to present their lives, hopefully from an objective point of view. So, that really was our aim, just really to try and do justice to the lives of the people who are involved in this situation, now without fear of favor.
Yeah, that's amazing. So I spoke to Gambo. I told him I was a huge fan because this when I saw clips of it, I was like, wow, where did this man get these people from? What informed your choice to use actors that we didn't really know very well in the South without fear of, because you know how the industry is, they keep telling you, oh, if you don't use popular faces, your film might not do so well. But you were bold, you went straight on, and you decided to use faces that were probably popular in the North, but not really in the South. So what informed the boldness to just go for it?
Well, like I said before, the aim was to go for authenticity, and part of the requirement of going for authenticity was to have the characters in the story speak a language which would be natural and native to them, which would be Hausa and to a lesser extent Fulfulde. And obviously that automatically ruled out a large number of the more popular names, particularly in Hollywood, because we needed people who could speak the Hausa language comfortably and fluently. So that made us have to gravitate towards actors whose native tongue, so to speak, and whose competence was in the Hausa language. And we felt, yes, we know that it's more insurance to get the popular names in your film, all the names people know and all that. But we felt that if we got the right faces and the right people to populate these characters in the story, and they rendered, authentic and convincing portrayals, that in itself could help us achieve a film that was compelling and a film that everybody would want to see.
Amazing. So before you came, Gambo had said that you were like a psychologist, that you could read people and you were helping them through and all of that. So that really got me excited. My question to you is, because your name seems like you're from Edo State, if I'm right? Yeah, if you're from Edo State, you made a movie that was completely northern. How were you able to direct people and act as a psychologist, even though you did not understand the language? How was the process like?
Well, I can assure you the process was quite protracted, and it definitely took us about twice as long to shoot this movie as it would have if we were shooting an English language movie. As you said correctly, I don't speak Hausa or Fulfulde, and first of all, we needed to get the script translated accurately into those languages, which took some time. And then after that, needing to direct actors and actresses in that language was a challenge. We're working with a technical consultant, stroke translator, who assisted on that in that respect. But it was a challenge just ensuring that what I was seeing through my monitor, was consistent with what was in the script. So that was a very arduous process.
Okay, so now, Dr. Sean, let me come back to you. A lot of us think that when you make a movie and people see it and it's selected, oh, that's it. We should just sit down and fold our hands and allow people to just put us as a selection or put us at the Oscars. You know that it goes beyond that, and there's a need for people to know that this movie needs all the support it can get. Can you please enlighten us on what you think we can do as a people, not just Nigerians, Africans, everywhere in the world that there's insurgency? What do you think we can do to support this movie?
Okay, thanks, Stella. So, as you said, it's a big thing. Just getting the movie selected by Nigeria, that in itself was a competition. We had to go against many movies from Nigeria that were, well acclaimed in their own right, and compete against them. And thankfully, we were successful at that level. Now we're at the international level. We're here with like 85 or so films that are well accomplished from countries all around the world. And the difference here starts to become how much you can get your film to be seen and be viewed favorably by voting members of the Academy. So to do that, we've engaged in a campaign like putting ads in the trade magazines, doing screenings for the voting members of the Academy, through these trade magazines like the Hollywood Reporter, Variety, through Screen International, and of course, all this costs a lot of money. So that is where we need to come together and get that support, from the national level down to the individual level, to put our film in the best light, get it in front of these people and get them to see the creative work that we've done and to support it by voting for it so that we can, move to the next level, which is being shortlisted as one of the 15 films to move on along this process, and then ultimately to be nominated as one of the 5 films that will be announced, on the day of the Oscars. I mean, I know a lot of you, when you watch the Oscar ceremony, you're used to seeing these nervous people that they pan the camera to, when they're about to announce who the winner is exactly. So we want to be one of those people. So
yes, and we will be.
Support. We need the Niger noise. Our people can make quite a bit of noise on social media. And I think this is a cause that is worthy of that kind of noise. Let's get the word out there. They're going to start voting between February 1st and February 5th. And if we can, generate the interest in our movie, it's interesting because we as people that are producers of this movie, we don't particularly have a big voice. What we're trying to do is give voice to the voiceless people that are at the center of this insurgency.
Yeah.
It's somewhat like holding a candle in the wind. But then we need people to stand up with the Milkmaid and come around us so that we can hold candle light of ours and make it shine all the way through the Oscars.
Definitely. I mean, like I said in one of my videos, I said Nigeria not the carry last. So we have to support. We cannot be using mouth to hype ourselves and we're not supporting when it's time to support. So it is time for us to know that this is our thing, because some people might say, oh, I don't know these filmmakers personally. They've done their film. Oh, congratulations. But no, this is about all of us. This is about Africa. This is about you and I, everybody. If you're watching this live, just realize that we owe it to ourselves and generations to come, because this is a story that our kids will watch as well and know what's happening. And we'll say this happened. And art is something very important. And we need money, please. Some people don't want to say Dr. Sean is doctor. Don't want to talk about money like that. Mr. Desmond is very calm, Gambo is calm, but me, I'm not calm. We need support because all these campaigns, ads, traveling here and there to promote the film, it costs money. We need it. If they won't talk, I will talk. Talking about one of the places that you had to go to was the United Nations. But before we talk about that, I would like us to roll the clip for the reactions from the screening at the United Nations, if we're ready. Can we roll the clip for the screening at the United Nations, the reaction? This is not easy because we're in different parts of the world trying to coordinate this at the same time. So bear with us. Yeah.
who are taking action and who are overcoming these terrible circumstances to live lives of hope and freedom. I felt angry and upset that so many girls are still the victims of violence all over the world, including in Nigeria. But at the same time, I know that there are so many girls, boys, women and men standing up against this injustice, who are taking action and who are overcoming these terrible circumstances to live lives.
I equally feel very, very angry about the injustice and the inequality that women and girls face around the world, and I very much hope that we can all address that together, to join forces and address this together. I equally feel very, very angry about the injustice and the inequality that women and girls face around the world, and I very much hope that we can all address that together, to join forces and address this together.
It's an unusual experience. As I said earlier, that movie almost took me off my seat because there were so many impactful areas of the movie that shook me right to my bones.
We shouldn't forget the people who do not have the same privileges that we have. And we should step out of our comfort zones to try and help them, if not become millionaires or superstars, at least recover whatever existence they had before they were attacked, by the people responsible for this crisis.
That was amazing. I mean, that was amazing. Let me first of all again say thank you for doing this, for just being the voice to people who can't speak for themselves. Because a lot of us, even as Nigerians, we heard and we keep hearing about what's happening, but we don't really know how bad it is. We've never really thought about the victims and how they feel. So it's a good representation. We're really happy about that. So Gambo, let me come back to you. How do you feel watching this and seeing that the movie that you starred in was premiered at the United Nations, and all those people, those big people, they're talking about the film and you are in it? How did it make you feel?
I feel so fulfilled.
Well, I certainly feel very
Yeah, go ahead, Gambo. Go ahead.
Yes, I feel so fulfilled, and I want to do all that it takes, give my possible best to make sure I push this movie within my space to the Oscars. I've been doing this and I promise to keep it up. Doing this movie of this magnitude, I think is the best thing that has ever happened to me. I can't help thanking God.
I'm sure.
I can't stop thanking the director and the executive director.
I feel that you speak on behalf of all the other cast members as well, because I feel that they feel the same way. And I hear a little bird told me that Antoinetta is here as well, if I am right. Gambo, it's been an amazing time spending this whole time with you, talking to you. Like I said, I'm a fan. I just saw you now and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is him. This is him, the one I was scared of. I was really scared. But thank you for joining us today. We're going to bring on Antoinetta so we can talk to her about her experiences as well. So thank you, Gambo. God bless you.
Thank
so while they bring on Antoinetta, I'm going to ask you again. Okay, so let's go into the United Nations now. How Dr. Sean, how was it possible for you to, because I'm not going to lie, a lot of people have been in the industry for ages, for decades, and the heights that you attain like this, some of us are still like looking to try and get to that point. So how was the process of getting this film to all these places?
Well, as I said, we're people who we don't have any particular platform, or at least my own platform is not in entertainment. But, in this life, you use what you have to try and get where you're going. And I encourage people to never think that your voice is too small. So at one of my KCOB alumni galas here in the United States, the UN Deputy Secretary General, Amina Mohammed, was the special guest of honor. And we had an opportunity to show our trailer at that event. And then I went, just to say hello to her. And, I wasn't actually thinking of the movie being shown in the UN, but she got interested because her daughter apparently is actually a movie maker herself, Nadine Ibrahim. And the conversation got very interesting around the quality of movie that we had presented, even just watching the trailer. And that was how that snowballed into us actually presenting the movie at the UN. And one thing I found was that when I actually screened the entire movie for her privately, a lot of the stories resonated deeply with her because she had met most of those Chibok girls that were rescued. And as you know, part of the story in The Milkmaid has been put together from some of those stories that came out. So she already had that personal interaction with those people, and the story resonated with her so deeply that not only did she give us the platform of the UN, she also connected us to the Spotlight Initiative, which is a collaboration between the UN and the European Union. The European Union has put about $600 million towards ending violence against women by 2030. So this is the level of the platform that she actually facilitated for us, based on connecting to the story.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. And I'm glad it happened the way it did, because it just further shows that this movie is making an impact, is making this is history in the making, and is going places. And I'm so proud of what we have been able to do. Antoinette, she's here. The star is here. Yes, I'm so excited. I mean, I'm starstruck today. Trust me. Like you people don't understand what it did to me as I was watching this, and I'm like, oh my goodness, my dear, how did you get this role? How did you prepare for this role?
Can you hear her?
Audio, we need her audio, please.
Graduated the year before.
I can't hear her.
Can you hear me now?
Okay. Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. All right. So I said I'll start with how I got the role. I got a call from one of my lecturers in 2018. I had finished the year before. I just finished the year before, and so I got a call from her saying that there's this role, they're looking for an actor. I don't know if you fit into it, if you should give it a shot. So I sent a couple of photos, and then I heard the audition was going to be in Taraba State. And so I traveled to Taraba for the audition. Although I wasn't really thinking of getting the lead role, I was just fresh out of school. I was a newbie. I was just hopeful that I would get at least some sort of important role in the movie that would help me start my acting acting career. And so after the auditioning, before I even got home, I got a call from the director and he said, okay, he liked what I did and that they would like me to play the lead role. Do I think it's something I can do? I don't know the words used to explain how I felt at that time, but like I was really excited, I was also anxious. There was just a mix of feelings, and then I told him yes, I would be able to do it. And then I know we started to talk about the role, what it would entail. But aside that, I had to do a lot of study. I had to read up on moving from stage to screen in order to put on a brilliant performance. And aside that, I feel like everyone on that set was really helpful. The actors, the crew members, everyone was willing to help me and put me through. And given most of the research I did and rehearsals, I was able to do it.
That's amazing. I mean, it was so authentic. It's hard for me to believe that you're new at this. You know, it was hard for me to believe. I saw you. In fact, director, what did you see in her that before she got to her destination, you had already decided? What did you see, Mr. Desmond?
My sister, well, I can just say that, she auditioned for the role. First of all, I needed someone who could fit the film physically, visually, in terms of authentically looking like someone who could be a fully milkmaid. And she ticked that box. She was the only person who ticked that box. The next level was, and she asked, will she have that degree of nuance that the character is fine? And she came in and, we didn't really give her extensive lines to audition with. But for what I saw, I saw someone who, could take it on board, seemed to have the enthusiasm at his best. We were looking for a role that was going to be a very adult role. So, kudos to Antoinette, she did a great job, very resilient, very durable, very talented as well, and also very teachable. So all the boxes you need, for hopefully what is a high passion performance.
So, how, Antoinette, and any of you can answer, Antoinette or Gambo, how did you feel on set filming? Because, it can be scary to film a movie with that kind of theme in a place that's also in the north that has suffered from those issues as well. Because I know if it's me, I'll be shouting, God, please, God, please, God, please, every day. If I'll be hiding behind the director every day, just so that in case. How did you feel filming? Were you scared? Were you confident? How did you feel?
For me, I think I was more scared before.
Okay, let's take Antoinette first, and then we'll go to Gambo.
Okay, so I said for me, I think I was more scared before I got on set. But when I got on set, lots of people. I remember there were even some security officers with us. So the production crew and producers really did it to ensure that we were protected, and the fact that we were able to have numbers, we support from even the locals. I didn't feel like anything was going to come to attack me, even though there were on the news we could hear like villages far off, things like that. But nothing. So for me, I felt safe.
Nice. That's good. I'm glad you felt protected, and I know it's not easy for a production company to secure and protect cast and crew. That's a good thing. Not a director, you did an amazing. Gambo, let's go to you. How did you feel on set?
Honestly, I've been planning for a movie role. And since I was a kid, I love being an actor. And when this movie came, when I was casted to play this role, I wasn't scared. I was even expecting more than that. And thank God the director approve all that I'm doing. Whatever I did, he said it's okay, it's good. So I keep bringing out the best I think I have.
Nice, nice.
At first,
let me
I
go back
thought
to the director for a
it's
minute.
going to be more challenging than this.
But you did a great job. You did a great job, Mr. Desmond. Let me ask you this, because from the much that I saw, when I was looking at both characters, when I was especially Gambo's character, the character he played, normally in our movies, we'll play him in such a way that he is like this all through, like, because of the position that he had. But I noticed how subtle he was. He was scary without being loud, without being forceful. He made it so authentic. He was so subtle, so that the fear that he's putting inside of you is gradual. He's like peering into your soul. So his expression, that's why I'm looking at him now and I'm like, can't be the same person. How did you, because I looked at Aisha's character as well, and every character had a character arc. From a perception that you have of this person, it transforms into somebody else. How did you get them to achieve this? It's hard.
Well, you can't bypass talent. I mean, all the people who are working with very talented people, Netta, Gambo, Miriam Booth. So that foundation was there. It was a question of getting them immersed in the role. I mean, obviously, we all read the script. We did do rehearsal, and we had an opportunity to refine, any rough places here or there. Such that by the time we rolled camera, they were comfortable and knowledgeable about what they were required for the script. And also the fact that, we wanted this to be authentic, we wanted it to be natural. No one, it's not a black and white situation, it's a nuanced situation. You have people who, there's complexity to their emotions, complexity to their thoughts and all that. And we thought to bring all that. That was very important for all three characters. And all three actors understood that and delivered their best to portray the characters that were not one dimension, but have multi-dimensions to them.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
May I add?
Antoinette, before I let you. Dr. I'm always waiting to hear from you.
That I'm not surprised that Gambo said he was not scared. He's actually a Greco-Roman, wrestler, and I went and looked at some movies of what that is, and you can tell why after watching those. You see why he says he wasn't scared. But the good thing I want to acknowledge him for is that he's actually a resident of Taraba, a local talent, and he was very happy, to do this, and he facilitated a lot of the logistics, that the movie had to go through in that state. So we're very grateful for him doing those sort of dual roles in the movie.
Can we even talk about that? Because I was reading up on some of the interviews that you had done, and I saw a place and in another video where, especially the director, he talked about a time that the props and the costumes and the production crew, they were held back at the police station and they had some communication breakdown or something. What was that about?
Well, what it was us about to roll camera. A number of us have really mobilized to location in Taraba State. And what we had were our costumes and our props and some members of our film crew traveling by road from Lagos, routing through the east towards Taraba State. Somewhere in the east, they got apprehended at the checkpoint. By the time they inspected the items they had on board, which obviously were items that were specifically geared for the movie, which, as you know, is a movie about insurgency. So by the time they saw those items, they created a lot of alarm, also a lot of misinformation. And just coincidentally, that particular region they were passing through was attacked a couple of days prior. So the word unfortunately spread very quickly among the locals that these boys, these men, were the insurgents who had attacked their village 2 days before, and they were literally about to lynch them. I mean, they had started putting fires around their necks to start burning them. And, we got word of it in Taraba, immediately to our community frantic calls, that situation. So eventually, we managed to evacuate them to the local police station where they were held for 1 week while the security forces were trying to unravel exactly what was going on and why these hostages were being transported to an area which is the theater of conflict itself. So that was very traumatic, was very disruptive. We hadn't rolled camera yet. The whole production was on standstill until that situation was finally resolved. We got them out of police station. We got some station in Taraba.
The fear surrounding, whether they would release them. I mean, and I saw an interview that really touched me from the clips that were played before, and that Memo sent to me. One of your crew members who was detained, when he experienced the other criminals and heard men going there, he came out with even more determination to do the work and spread it, because before that experience, yes, he was willing to do it, but I think that experience just showed him more of what people were going through. And it really touched me. It really touched me when he said I was determined to keep pushing, which means that this movie meant more to him at that point than it did before. So good job. But I don't want you guys to, we'll come back, but before I ask them to play the trailer, I just wanted to remind everybody, if you're watching live, remember all that we have been saying. We have to support this movie. This is our thing. It's not just a Nigerian or African thing. It is global. It is worldwide. This insurgency is not just happening to us here. There's ISIS. There are different places that are going through this. And women and young girls are affected all over the world. So this is a voice. Let's support it. The social media handles that I need you guys to go and look at to see what they've been doing. If you want to find them on YouTube, they are there. The Milkmaid movie. On Facebook, the Milkmaid movie. On Twitter, Milkmaid movie. And if you're on Instagram, you can go to their Instagram page, Milkmaid_movie, I think. Yes, if I'm right. So you guys, please. This one I carry on for head. This is my matter right now. I'm carrying this one on my head. And if you guys love movies, you love storytelling, but most importantly, you want to support a movement, let us do this now. All right, director, roll the trailer again. Let's remind them of why we are doing all of this. Let's remind them.
In zan tuna, lura da Zainab shine manufana a rayuwa.
koya miki yanda ya kamata har ki ce da mu kin gode.
Na yanke shawarin zan aurar da wannan mata.
Ba za ki bi umarni na ba. Daga mi ita daga nan.
Idan ta mutu ma haka Allah ya so. Ki shirya kamar mace ta gari. Ina zuwa juma'a da dare.
Hakan ya tabbatar da cewa aikin mu mata ba kuka kawai da kula da gida idan mazan ba su.
Ya matarka ta fita nema kamar kullum.
Muna iya bin hanyar zama shahidai.
Za mu je duk
wurin da ko so mu je yanzu za mu yi duk abubuwa da ko so mu yi
koma yadda muke da
ba za mu iya ba babu ma wanda zai iya
Good. That is a reminder of what this movie is about, what you are going to expect, and why we should support. We have a special guest in the house. She is our surprise special guest, and she is Liz Grossman Kitoy. Did I get that right? Kitoy? Did I get that right? I'm not sure. She is the co-founder and CEO of Baobab Consulting. Did I get it right?
You got it perfect.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you for joining us. It's amazing. Thank you for being a part of this and for supporting us. And Dr. Sean, we have just seen the trailer again. I'm reminding people of why we need to do this. Before I hand over to Liz here, I would like for you to tell us how we can support you, like in detail, how they can support you, where to do what and when, which is now, but how.
Okay, so thank you very much for the question, Stella and Liz. Great to see you. Good to see you here.
So happy to see you both.
Number of ways that you can support. Yeah, number of ways you can support. It's a global thing, so I guess I'll mention the global one first. If you want to send funds to us, you can use our PayPal link. It's paypal.me, M-E, and then / the Milkmaid movie. We'll see if we can get our technical people to pop this on the screen. And then if you're in North America and you're familiar with using Zelle, the same thing. Our name is the Milkmaid movie, and you can use our email in conjunction with that, which is info@milkmaidmovie.com. So we make it very easy for you. Those of our people in Nigeria, I'll see if we can pop up our GTB account numbers for you if you want to make a contribution. But I'd like to thank those that have helped us along the way. And I want to encourage everybody. This is Nigeria's movie. It's no longer my movie or Desmond's movie. Or the Milkmaid team's movie. This is Nigeria's movie. I really want to emphasize that, and we would love for Nigerians to rally around this movie. As I said, it's like we're carrying a candle in the wind, and we need Nigerians to come around us, to form a hedge around this candle that we're trying to take with this movie and protect it and let us get it all the way as far as it can go in the Oscars.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sean. And I'm sure that we will be able to put it out there, the details of how people can support. So, Liz, welcome again. I know you have something to say, questions to ask, whatever it is, this is your moment. Please take it away.
Wow, excellent. Well, I'm super honored to be here and great to see both Dr. Sheon and Desmond again. We saw a clip of the premiere at the UN, and that I was excited and honored to be a part of that. And also we did a private screening at the World Bank. So we had the chance to watch the world, the ones making the policies, the ones making decisions about gender-based violence, watch this film, and I watched their reactions to it and how much it changed them. And it's a true honor. Like Dr. Brown said, please support this film. It is really, really important for the world to see it. And it's been just a dream to think about watching Dr. Sheon and Desmond holding that Oscar on the stage. We all need to support this. So thank you so much for having me, and congratulations to all of the cast and crew.
Thank you so much, Liz. First of all, thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for supporting. Though on the day of the Oscar, even if they don't invite me, I'll be there and I'll look for you and I'll say, let's hang out. We'll sit down. When the cameras are showing their nervous faces, we'll be the ones shouting and raising our hands. So,
absolutely. Yes.
Director, yeah, definitely. So the director, any last words? What do you want people to know? What do you want them to take away from this? How do you want them to feel? What do you want them to do to support? Whatever it is, I just want you to speak to our people.
Thank you very much, Stella. I just want to say thank you to you, for supporting this, for your work on this, and you've been very, very, very generous with your time and your contribution. So thanks to you. Thank you, Liz. Good seeing you again. Thank you for that positive vision of the end game for the Milkmaid. We pray it does come to pass. Thank you for quarterbacking our screenings at the United Nations and the World Bank for contributions. Thanks, and good to see you. And to my fellow Nigerians and everyone else out there, would also like to say thank you very much for patronizing Nollywood over the years, of which obviously my sister Stella Dematos has been a very strong part, and continues to be a very strong part. Obviously, this year, Nollywood is going to another level with the first time that an Nollywood film has been being eligible by the Academy of Arts and Sciences, to compete, for the best international feature film. So it's another step up for the industry. As my brother said, Dr. Show, it's not about just one Nigerian, and we're not just trying to sound inclusive. That actually is the way the Academy sees it. On that day, for the final 5 Oscar nominees, they're not representing any individuals. When their names are read out on stage, the films are read out beside the name of the country. So it's a country submission, and the support also has to be on a national level as well. So we really do solicit your support in terms of resources, in terms of financially helping us to make the best possible showing, towards the voting process taking place this coming week. We'll also solicit your support just in talking about the movie and sharing the movie and just, generating attention to the movie. It's not just about the movie, it's about who the movie is about. It's about the victims of insurgency. Even if, they deserve all the attention that is needed to enable them be rehabilitated, to enable them be reintegrated back into society, which is a very strong part of why this movie was shot in the first place. So we're very grateful that these platforms have emerged for the movie to be presented to the world and their stories to be presented to the world. And please don't stop talking about it, because it's not about producer, it's not about director, it's actually about our fellow Nigerians, our fellow Africans who are victims of this situation, and we're trying to get them out of it. Thank you.
Thank you. Any last words, Dr. Sean?
Oh, I don't think I can say it better than what Desmond has said. And that is, this is Nigeria's film. This is Nigeria's submission. And it's a historic first submission. So let's all come out and support it and let it go to the entire way. I believe it has everything that is needed to do that once we come behind it and support it. So thank you to everybody. Keep supporting us. Well wishes, prayers, finances. If you know any voting members of the Academy, go pitch your tent in front of their house and make sure they see the movie. I want to appreciate everyone. Do whatever you can, because that's what we've been doing. We don't have much of a voice, but we're trying to give these people who are the victims of insurgency, especially women and girls, a voice. And that's what this is about. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Sean, for even believing in an industry like Nollywood. We have been looking for, if I get you a friend like Dr. Sean, we should always emulate people like Director Desmond, who has friends like this. We have to get friends like this to support our vision. You see, destiny help us. Stop, remove every destiny killer from around you. Find your friends who will support. Thank you, Liz, for being a part of this. Thank you for joining us. Support, for the love. Mr. Desmond, you did an amazing job. You did an amazing job. As a writer, as a producer, as a director, you blew my mind, and I'm very grateful for that. KWN Studios, you guys are amazing. Even with the issues with network, you still made it happen. Thank you, Carl. All of you working behind the scenes, thank you. Thank you, Namo, for connecting me to this amazing history. Thank you so much for everything. To the audience, to the cast, you guys are beautiful. You're amazing. You wowed me. To the crew, Yinka Edwards, my brother Byron Ene, to Uncle Pat Nebo, to all of you who have worked so hard. To the people who are watching, to the people, wherever you hear Milkmaid, please do whatever you can to support. People have been asking me, Stella, are you inside the film? Why are you pushing? I say, whether I'm inside or not, it's our film. We must enter the Oscars. We must win. It will work. People, please. Now we get time. If you need more information about how to send money, trust me, I always have those kind of information on hand, very ready. Thank you to the Oscars for even recognizing this. Thank you to everyone, to you watching. God bless you and your family. Spread the word, spread the word. It was amazing. I had a blast. I can't wait to see the end result. And yes, the film will finally be out there soon, and people will get to see this amazing, what I call history. God bless you guys.
In zan tuna, lura da Zainab shine manufana a rayuwa.
koya miki yanda ya kamata har ki ce da mu kin gode.
Na yanke shawarin zan aurar da wannan mata.
Ba za ki ji umarni na ba. Daga mi ita daga nan.
Idan ta mutu ma, haka Allah ya so. Ki shirya kamar mace ta gari. Ina zuwa anjima da dare.
Hakan ya tabbatar da cewa aikin mu mata ba kuka kawai da kula da gida idan mazan ba su.
Ya matarka.
Ta fita nema kamar kullum.
Muna iya bin hanyar zaman shahidai.
Za mu je duk wurin da kuna so mu je yanzu. Za mu yi duk abubuwa da kun so mu yi.